Welcome to the show and welcome to our secret mission. Well, it's not really that secret. Today, Lucy and I are posing as members of a tour group of food and wine writers who are being shown around to various wineries here in the Okanagan as guests of the Okanagan Wine Festival Society.
And we figured I can hold a pencil and you can drink wine, so we're pretty much covered.
Today we are at Meadow Vista Honey Wines in the hills above Kelowna, and well, we're gonna see what they have to offer. Now, to get the background scoop on this fun wine tour, we're talking to Katya from the Wine Festival Society. This is a great way to spend a day.
It's not too shabby, I gotta admit. Despite the weather, it's pretty awesome.
So talk a little bit about the purpose of these FAM tours. I learned the inside lingo. It's called a FAM tour.
Because we're totally professional now, we're part of the crew.
Yeah. FAM tour really stands for familiarization tour. And so what that is we're really just bringing media guests from all over. Our guests today are from Montreal and from Calgary. And then we'll have another joining from Vancouver. And it's to familiarize them with the organizations that we work with. So our member wineries, our tourism partners, distilleries, breweries, all of those kind of awesome people that are part of our organization. We're just bringing them here to really have a first-hand eye of it.
So that's primarily the focus of this, is to try and get the tourism aspect out there and bring new people in.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and so what better way to experience an organization or a winery or whatever it is from the people that have started it. So the owners and the sole proprietors from it, really they're the key people that you want to work with and see, because it's their heart and soul and it's their passion, as we've been able to see here with Judy at Meadow Vista.
So I snuck outside with Judy here to find out a little bit more about the process of making the honey into this delicious wine. And I have to admit, I was actually at the WestJet wine tastings on Saturday night, and it was one of my favorites. Yay. So when I found out we were filming here today, more than excited. So
fantastic. Cheers. Well, we're really excited about this one. You may or may not know we've been a meadery in the Okanagan for 7 years now, and we're just launching a new Bliss product, which we're drinking today. This is a sizer, and this means we've made wine out of honey, but then we've added back some fresh organic apple juice, and we've made it sparkling. So this is new for us. Cheers.
Cheers. That's delicious.
It's so fresh.
You do get that honey taste through there, though. Like it's because often when you think of ciders or wine, you don't necessarily think of like that meat, like that honey.
Yeah, so this is a sizer, not a cider. They're both sparkling, they're both appley, but cider has the addition of sugar, and we use honey.
Instead.
So kind of the two things that are different. The other thing that's kind of important, I suppose, is cider usually only take it to about a 6 or 7% alcohol. Yep. With sizer, we're at 12.2.
Oh.
So it's a big girl drink.
Okay. Well, we should probably enjoy this a little bit more and then wander around the house.
Yeah, let's go check out the bees.
Cheers.
So we have come out to the hives out here where the bees are busy making the honey that's turned into that delicious nectar that we sampled. And they're actually checking me out pretty good here. I've got 5 bees on me right now, but Judy says if you say, "I'm not a flower, you can leave now," they'll take off, but I think they're just catching their breath.
I'm joined by Tom Firth, and just tell me a little bit more about your job, because I think it's quite possibly one of the best jobs out there.
I'm a freelance wine and drinks writer in Calgary. So I write for a number of lifestyle and food and drink publications, just taste and talk about wine, food, and the culture that goes around them. It's pretty awesome.
It sounds really tough. And how are you enjoying the trip so far?
Excellent. It's only day 2, but already we've had a couple of great visits, including Meadow Vista, and we were at BNA yesterday, and just it's great to see the different food and drink producers that are in the Okanagan that aren't just wine as well.
Okay, because we were chatting earlier and you mentioned about how typically you travel, it's mainly for wine, but coming in the Okanagan, you're finding there's actually just those variances between, like, you've got your distilleries and then the wineries. So what have you enjoyed about that element of things?
I like that it's just a little bit different. There's something else to offer to visitors to the Okanagan, so you can recommend not only great wineries, but you can say, here's a great brewery, here's somewhere where the locals want to go, here's a great honey winery, and then we're going to see some distilleries as well. I think that's just fantastic to have those options.
So talking about the honey winery, because how unique is that to somebody like you who's like always traveling for wine?
Well, mead and honey wine is starting to become really popular. I think it's part of the craft beer movement where people are sort of interested in trying something slightly different. And it's just really great to see these incredibly drinkable wines that have a great flavor profile. There's something a little bit different. I think it's going to appeal to a consumer that wants something a little bit different.
Now we're talking to Carrie McPherson, one of the writers on this tour. So how are you enjoying the Okanagan so far?
It's so far so beautiful. I mean, it's pretty impressive. I haven't been before, and the views are amazing.
Do you get to go on this kind of trip a lot for your job?
I do actually. I've gone to more press trips to Europe than I have actually in Canada, surprisingly. But maybe it's because I have a French blog and I get invited because of that.
Today we're down here at Meadow Vista. Is this a bit of a surprise for you? People don't necessarily associate Okanagan wine with honey wines.
Well, I've actually never tasted honey wines before. So yeah, it's a surprise for me, but it's a pleasant surprise. And it's the most Pinterest winery I've been to, I think.
What are some of the other things that you're looking forward to while you're here?
I'm looking forward to discovering some other wineries and also the wine festival activities, the dinners. And
Yeah, you picked the right time of year to come here.
yeah, well, I'm happy to be invited. I'm really excited. I've always wanted to come to the Okanagan.
Look at that, Lucy. We turn our backs for a few minutes to introduce a few stories and everybody's gone. But the good news is they've left us the cheese platter.
Yes, cheese.
Right, and some delicious Meadow Vista
Rubus.
wine. Rubus, very nice. All right, what a fantastic time. This has been great.
I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you for bringing me undercover with you, although I think we blew our cover a long time ago.
We blew it a long time ago. All right, that is it for this show. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Doug Brown.
I'm Lucy Hazelwood.
And we'll see you next time on Go. Cheese, honey,